Hello, and welcome back to Talking Freight, the weekly series brought to you by Cerasis, a third-party logistics company focusing on transportation management solutions. Today, we explore many of the top global supply chain trends of 2018 and discuss how to stay on top of it all. All right, let's talk some freight. Supply chain leaders will face 2018 with uncertainty and opportunity. Digital technologies are becoming more prevalent in basic supply chain functions, and changes in legislation are likely to spur dramatic changes that will result in the need to reevaluate supply chain strategy in both domestic and international locations. Similar to the supply chain maturity curve of technologies, supply chain managers should consider how key industry trends will influence operations in the coming year. So let's take a look at the first trend. Data visualization will shorten delivery times. Let's face the facts. Data visualization is technically a technology, but it is so much more than that. Data visualization can be applied to any supply chain process that presents users with information, enabling the immediate adjustment of operations or sharing of information. In other words, the simple act of providing reports to executives and upper-level managers could be considered a form of data visualization, and better reporting will be a fundamental improvement in supply chains throughout 2018. Having more information will enable faster decision-making and help supply chain entities take advantage of value-added services and jobs, including services offered by third parties. Number 2, supply chain managers will focus on increasing perfect order deliveries. Supply chain managers will put added pressure on employees, drivers, and other individuals within the supply chain to increase perfect order delivery rates. Perfect orders are just that, perfect. They are the percentage of orders delivered to the right place, at the right time, in the proper condition, in the right package, with the right documentation, to the right customer, with the correct invoice, and in the correct quantity. Perfection. Although the industry average sits at 84% today, that represents 16% of all orders, resulting in customers choosing to shop with a competitor, as well as 16% of orders going through an extensive returns process. Instead of diverting more resources to returns management, supply chain managers should focus more on increasing the perfect order percentage, getting it right the first time, not the second or third. The third trend. Sustainable practices will be a leading focus of supply chain executives. Supply chain executives will also increase focus on sustainable practices, reducing waste and improving efficiency throughout the entire supply chain. In the logistics aspect of the supply chain, this equates to better monitoring and adherence to guidelines governing drive time, fuel use, deadhead, and more. The fourth trend. Service supply chains will be dominant in the marketplace. Consumers using e-commerce solutions are always moving away from purchasing entirely new products, opting for more refurbished and components to keep existing products working in good condition. This is the service parts supply chain, and it will see great resurgence in the coming year. Supply chain executives should ensure an existing service parts supply chain can handle incoming demand from consumers. If consumers are forced to shop with a competitor for service parts, they are more likely to continue purchasing new products and making repeat orders with your competitor. The next trend. Supply chain management will finally have a standard certification process. Supply chain management has been a very complicated topic in recent years, and it seems like the number of platforms and services available has expanded exponentially. Every system is different, but this is merging into a single, cohesive set of systems that can be integrated through the Internet of Things. As a result, supply chain management is approaching the point of having defined standard certification process created. This will help encourage effective, efficient deployment of new systems and services while helping to curb the existing and growing skills gap. The sixth trend, the role of social media in supply chain management will increase. Supply chains have used mobile technology for years, but 2018 will see increased use of social media accounts and marketing tools to increase supply chain management effectiveness. Since consumers sharing negative or positive product information through social media has a direct impact on sales, it is only natural for supply chain managers to look at social media use in greater detail. As a result, supply chain entities will begin using social media as a primary means of connecting with consumers, beyond traditional online channels, browser app-based shopping experiences. And lastly, flexible processes and elastic systems will replace traditional supply chain management strategies. Lean processes are standard in supply chains, including logistics, but 2018 will see a gradual transition to elastic logistics. This includes flexible solutions that allow the logistics infrastructure to meet market fluctuations, and it serves as a safeguard for established companies looking for a way to stay competitive as more startups increase. Pressure on carriers in the transportation industry will result in greater use of elastic logistics methodologies. Those supply chain managers must be willing to adapt to change as quickly as possible. So let's wrap all this up. The state of the global supply chain will evolve dramatically throughout the remainder of 2018. Supply chain managers refocus their efforts to increase adherence to perfect order metrics and leverage marketing capabilities and capacities to their fullest potential. Supply chain management may not resemble standard processes of today by the time Christmas comes back around, but supply chain managers that learn more about expected supply chain trends can successfully navigate the treacherous waters of a strained industry. Well, that's it for this week's episode of Talking Freight. We hope you enjoyed it and walked away with some great insight to help you keep ahead in the ever-changing world of supply chain. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and also hit that little bell icon so you can be notified each and every time we post a video. Also, let us know in the comments below how technology has impacted you in 2018 or will impact you in 2018 as it relates to the supply chain, or what trends we might have missed in this video. But guess what? We're not done with supply chain trends just yet. In the next video, we're going to cover and round out the rest of the supply chain trends that you should be paying attention to in 2018. We'll then continue that series as we talk about the technology supply chain trends that we all need to look out for as well. So have a great weekend. Make sure you follow us here on social media. We love to tweet. We want to hear you in our mentions. So make sure you follow us there. Have a great one. We'll see you next week on Talking Freight.